Hello, guys. Welcome back to our channel. We are so excited to have you again. Finally, the APC, National Secretariat of the APC, have decided to speak concerning the suspension of the governor of Ekiti State, who is also the chairman of Governors Forum in Nigeria. The suspension came as a result of possibly the observation by some key stakeholders in APC, and according to them, they suspended him on the grounds of anti-party activities. They made mention of so many things which already has been reported. They talked about that he was involved in the winning of Edo State election, and that even his aides and his people who work with him celebrated, and it went online, and they saw their responses also online. Made mention of his support he gave to your PDP candidate. Made also made mention of how the former minister during Jonathan's regime, President Jonathan's regime, talking about FFK, Femi Fani Kayode, visited him and spent days with him before the victory came for Obaseki in Edo State. And also, this pinpointed a lot of things that he has done, which they consider to be actually anti-party activity, and they suspended him. And the people who did this, it will shock you, they are actually mostly lawmakers, former senators, and former House of Representative members. Not even the possibly the publicity secretary, which for me, I feel it was purported. It doesn't hold so much weight. But right now, the National Secretariat had decided to speak out. I'm talking about the Deputy National Publicity Secretary of APC has decided to come forward to make a statement nullifying the purported suspension of Governor Kayode Fayemi of Ekiti State. According to the news, it read thus: it said the attention of the National Secretariat of the All Progressive Congress APC has been drawn to a purported and widely reported suspension of the governor of Ekiti State, His Excellency Kayode Fayemi, as well as an earlier reported indefinite suspension of some other party members in the state. The actions are a nullity as the party's national secretariat is yet to receive communication from the state chapter on the purported suspension. We strongly advise all members to adhere to our party constitution. Governor Kayode Fayemi remains the leader of the party in Ekiti State. In line with the mandate of the governor, Mike Buni led APC caretaker stroke extraordinary national convention planning committee and the president admonition to party members to ensure and support ongoing amicable and rancor-free settlement of internal party dispute. We call on our esteemed party members and leaders in Ekiti State to be duly guided. For the avoidance of doubt, the architect Paul Omotosho chaired APC Ekiti State Working Committee is the authentic, valid, and duly recognized executive, as no faction or division exists in the state chapter. Signed by Yekini Nabena, who is the Deputy National Publicity Secretary, APC. And this has triggered a lot of responses from Nigerians. This one says here, VAR. VAR has reviewed the suspension and call it nullity. It is now left to the key players to maintain fair play, else their party will soon become a nullity, which is absolutely true. And this one says it's clear the APC had finally broken up into All Progressive Congress and Bolivian Progressive Congress BPC. For clarity, while Fayemi has been suspended from BPC, he still remains a bona fide member of APC. Another one here says, I'm glad the national leadership has declared all purported suspension a nullity. They should take it a step further by reconciling all the warring faction in the state. A divided APC can never defeat PDP in Ekiti. The party must learn from the recent mistake in Edo State. Another one says here, everybody is aligning. APC has become irreconcilable. One, Buhari faction. Two, Tinubu faction. APC's death happened faster than a fat bitch who sat down too fast. It is a pity, this factionalization would result in an impromptu return of the party of looters and tax collectors, a party not well worthy of a place in the recycle bin of our nation, but in the dustbin of our history. So many things have been said here, and most people believe that this is totally wrong for APC to disintegrate us at this time. I'm really shocked that they have not learned their lesson yet. I think that as much as they can expedite action in respect to the national convention, which will be coming up by the month of December, they should fast track it as much as they can, because the truth is that there are a lot of issues, pending issues now. I think that Bonnie, as he has started in the north, he should see how he can also create some persons who have some level of respect in APC to start visiting the south to get things fixed up. Because if they don't do that, I'm telling you the whole truth, we are looking at an APC which will not be able to stand the raging force of PDP come 2023. Already, the person of that I'm talking about, Tinubu, right now he knows that he doesn't really have the South again under his grip as expected, and most people were already tired of his leadership. Though he's a national leader, but based on what we've heard, what had been written, and all of that, I know that a lot of people are already tired of godfatherism. They should try to see how they can nail this issue once and for all and ensure people are being reconciled. Let there be a round table talk, bring people together, let them understand that whatever that must be done should be done on the grounds of oneness of the party. Factionalization of APC will help to disintegrate the party so much. And right now, most people have already drawn up a picture of what APC will look like come 2023. Most people believe that the party may likely got torn into three before 2023, if by God's mercies and His grace we still see it as one Nigeria. You understand? Because already we have started hearing a lot of agitation coming from the Duduwas and also from the Biafrans and all of that. So if we still remain as one Nigeria come 2023, and they don't get things sorted out as expected, they don't bring in a joining force, one who has ability to reconcile people together, they don't bring the person in, I tell you the whole truth that APC will be nothing to write home about. Don't forget, just like this guy had said, the former governor of Imo State, Okorocha, had said during the period, during the last week, when um Yamo lost out to Obaseki. He openly said it, that APC is finished. That what is only remaining is in APC is the respect for Buhari. In other words, Buhari is the only person who have the life of APC in his hand. That if today he leaves the party or decide to just forget about the party will end, and which is true. The North are not in sync with the South is not in sync with the West, and it keeps on and on like that. So I feel at this point they need to wake up and try to call off certain things. And this issue of anti-party activity, it should be dealt with. I feel that once again during the period of national convention, which they will be having by December, the caretaker chairman needs to speak to especially the governors, those who are key stakeholders in APC. Let them understand what the power of unity can be. Let them also understand what it means when you unite with the forces from the other party. And someone responded at one point that the reason why we are not seeing one APC in the in the southwest, is because they are right now they are pursuing something very different from party. That's what one of my respondents, I saw it, he said that they are pursuing something very different, and what they are pursuing is actually Oduduwa. Don't forget that they were so united. I'm talking about these same southwest governors. They came together despite the fact that there is party differences. But they came together and formed a formidable security network by the name of Motekun. We all know about Motekun. It was a thing of unity. Some of them even said, when as much as saying that they don't mind trading their own, party affiliations, they don't mind trading their second term just to ensure that Motekun stand. For example, this guy in Ondo State talking about Akeredolu, he came out and said that he doesn't mind. And this is somebody from APC. Don't forget that as at that time, APC in the north were really against the formation of this Omotekun. A lot of them castigated it. The north as a whole, not just APC, the north as a whole castigated it. But as at that time, they stood out as the south, not the south under APC, because no matter what anybody who is in APC, who is from the north was saying about Omotekun, they refused to give into it. So you now realize that they have something very strong in their mind, which is ensuring the protection of their territory, that's southeast as a region. They are doing everything to protect it. Imagine, despite the fact that FFK, who has been speaking so badly against Buhari, is in PDP, but by the time we knew, he visited this guy and they took a snapshot. It has never happened like that in other places. Even if you have to visit, it must be in a secret. But he came back, showed the pictures everywhere that he actually visited Fayemi, and they discuss at length, which means their discussion is not towards the growth of APC or PDP. There is something that is gaining their own, interest, and we know that thing is Oduduwa. Oduduwa seems to be more important. I'm assuming right now, but I feel personally that there should be an iota of truth in it. They are pursuing something which they feel is most important to them. Why? Everybody is still crying out marginalization. So I feel at a point that even the leadership of Buhari, that's Buhari himself, needs to sit down together with people if they feel that this country must stand as one country, to talk to Nigerians and let them understand that this dream called Nigeria needs to stay on. If not, nobody can really tell what will happen in the future. That's what